like our CD, tote bags and tea towels, and it's merch that you want to have. Then we reconvene on the stage, and there's another 45 minutes of fun, which isn't as much fun as the break. Is that all, Rob? I have to cover now. Robert.
I'm just discussing.
Are you looking at your notes?
Sorry, no, I'm just changing something. I'm good. Thank you. That is all.
Sorry, I got a bit technical there. It's great that there's a suburb in Adelaide called Mitcham, because it sits very well with this next song. I don't know if many people travel on that line, but I'm sure when you stop at Mitcham Station, some of you think of Robert Mitchum, because that's what I do in Victoria. It's a shame Mitcham Station wasn't named after Robert. If only they could change one little vowel. If only they could change one little vowel. Well, it's who I think of when the train stops out this way. Ah, there's nothing to Hollywood out here anyway. What used to be rose gardens, perfumes, potions and orange groves, now there's tall grey walls, security lights, commuters commute and fight the fight. Friends are shooting the breeze and scrolling their phones and dreaming their dreams. Oh, there's tags on the fences by a vacant park, jacarandas line the street by the old mill bar. If only they could change one little vowel. If only they could change one little vowel. Ladies with bouffants and beehives and floral dresses or pleated skirts worn in the day. Some might have dreamt about him along the way to their office jobs. Romantic notions, consequences, and the aftermath. Oh, Willa Harper, Nancy Bowden, Max Caddy, what a headlock. Yeah, there's some unsavory characters out here on this line. Mischief, fist fights, and petty crime. If only they could change one little vowel. If only they could change one little vowel. There's a young girl leaning up against a man. He's got a tattoo down his arm. They're talking who owes who, for what, for when, lost friends inside. Oh, they're planning on that big move real soon, far away from the line. No more hopeless excuses, foolish mistakes, no more lying, no more crime. Now she's looking at the ring on her finger, gazing up into his eyes. He's promising to last through the moon as she holds him tight. Oh, that smile, it could crush her, it could save you, keep your hopes alive. A pocket full of dreams, it's gonna happen this time. A pocket full of dreams, no more lying, no more crime. If only they could change one little vow. If only they could change one little vow. Well, it's you I think of when the train stops out this way. Oh, there's nothing to Hollywood out here anyway. It's a shame Mitcham Station wasn't named after Robert.
Thank you.
This song comes from the Song Gifts Project. You probably know about that. I know I've written some songs for people in Adelaide, but during COVID lockdown in Melbourne, I started this thing rolling along, and people sent me through ideas for songs and gifted them to their loved ones. I wrote many tunes. Some people from the ABC had a podcast and happened to mention it, and one weekend I woke up with 40 requests for birthdays in April, and I really had to get a process going because I hadn't really had a songwriting process before then. I'd just wait around for an idea and pick up the guitar and see what would happen. But this really forced me into a situation which was great for me. And this song comes from a chap called Ross Gibson, an academic from Sydney who wrote an incredible review of Sparrow and Swan way back when. He sort of dissected the songs like you wouldn't believe. It was almost sort of mathematical what he did. And in this case, he sent me a series of black and white photographs and simply said, if a film goes off in my head, write it out and see if you can put it to music. And I did exactly that. It's called Searching for the Heart of It All. Grew up on the outskirts of town where the roads turned to gravel and ruse, gathered on the hillside in the evenings. They fed on the lush, tall green grass. On summer days they lay in circles in the shade of the eucalypt. When the sun burnt a hole in the sky, his old man had a farm. He tried to help out as much as he could with his two younger sisters, the twins, Florence and Maybelle. No one really knows what happened to the mother. It wasn't spoken of. Oh, one day she just up and left 2 suitcases and a stranger's car. His father drank a little more, worked a little harder, and spoke a whole lot less. And the house was never quite the same. Still and heavy, lonesome and lost, but he stayed. Yes, he stayed. played rugby for the local squad, had a safe pair of large hands. Some say he could run through a bus, and some days he did. He could play anywhere, hooker, halfback, wing, forward. The mighty red and green, the mighty red and green. Saturday nights he'd go out drinking to the rocks with some of his old army mates. Slick back hair, suit and tie, a cold pilsner or two. They would drink until forget what they saw and remember who they left behind. Then a walk along the harbor, its glistening, pristine waters. Cigarettes and beer, friendly backstreet girls. A moment of comfort, a moment of comfort. Searching for the heart of it all. 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 Of it all. Of it all. Of it all. Lindy Morrison on the drums.
I don't know, is Paul Sharman here? No? Anyway, Paul Sharman gave me, last time I was here, courtesy of Zilly Cymbals, he gave me this lovely, lovely ride cymbal, these lovely hi-hats, and this time he's given me this beautiful crash. Now, I don't use crashes ever, because I don't understand why music needs... Are you pulling focus? Okay, I never use crashes because I don't understand why musicians need that exclamation mark. And but this one is a light, lovely. It's not going to interrupt the flow. So I might overuse it tonight just because it's here and it's lovely. And Paul Sharman gave it to me, and all of these three, and it's courtesy of Zilly. So it's an incredible gift for a drummer to be given cymbals. So how's it all going out there? It's very, very, very quiet. You know, if occasionally you just nod, that'd help.
You know this is our last gig for quite a while. Seriously. So, you know, we're all trying to have really good fun up here. Pardon me. Apart from nearly dying.
He wore two shades of black. He wore two shades of black. Gold rings upon his fingers, and silk upon his back. Well, they call him the Black Caress. He has a scar upon his face. It was said to be done by his own hand, to mark a time and a place. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. He wore two shades of black. He wore two shades of black. Gold rings upon his fingers, and silk upon his back. Well, they call him the Black Caress. He has a scar upon his face. It was said to be done by his own hand, to mark a time and a place. Now it's time for our first guest, local lad. He plays the four-string bass. Please welcome Carl Melvin to the stage.
It's a song.
that your walk-on music, Carl? Customary.
This is a song from the new record that's available at the merch table during the break. If you didn't hear Lindy's instructions before, the funnest part of the evening, afternoon. I get to sing this song with Jodie Phillips from the Clouds on the record. It's called Wait For Me.
Unfortunately, you're stuck with me. I may be glancing at my lyrics.
Wait for me, wait for me, neath the pale moonlight. Upon the shore of my pea green boat, leaves and morning light. We can drift across the waves and hear the oceans roar. And if the waves come take us both, we'll entwined upon the ocean's floor. Wait for me, wait for me. I'll be there on time. The engine will depart at dawn, leaves from platform 9. The train line leads across vast lands. In 3 days we'll be home. And if the train should leave its tracks, we'll never be alone. Oh no, 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 no. Wait for me, 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 wait for me.
That was pretty, wasn't it? Probably the best version we've ever done of that. So. I
would beg to differ.
Yeah, we extended everything. You know why? We extended everything because we're relaxed and happy, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
We have a very special guest joining us to sing this next song, a song that is sung by Dan Kelly on the record, but I've enticed a local lad to join us this afternoon. Please welcome Harry T. Gent to the stage.
Thanks, Rob. Surprise, Mum and Dad.
Harry T. Gent. His parents, Charles and Sue, are here this evening. How was that, Mum and Dad? Was that okay? You happy with that? Were you surprised? Any idea that was happening at all? No. We like that. The song is called Elena. I search for you in the moonlight and the stars. When I taste the vine, I think of you and only you, Elena, mine, Elena. Oh, Elena, does the snow fall soft whilst you lie deep in sleep? Did you write my name upon the ice for me? Just for me. I see your face before me when I sleep. I carved a name upon the willow tree. When I taste the wine, I think of you and know Elena, mine, the summer sun is burning through my skin. Although it's so cold, you feel cold. The summer sun is burning through my skin. Although it's so cold that you feel cold within. Oh, Elena, why do you have to be apart? Oh, Elena, when you left me, you stole my broken heart. I watched the sun sink deep into the sea. I think of you and me. One day we'll be together for all time, Elena, mine, Elena, mine, Elena, mine, Elena.
see it is the end of the tour.
I promise I won't do that again.
That was not the best version of
that was
Elena.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That was a great ending. That was yeah, come on. Where is your free pop? Yeah.
I have no free pop. There's no such thing as free pop in my mind. Thank you. This is more like free pop. I tried to write a song that was something like the Buzzcocks meets the Only Ones, and I came up with something that sounds more like the Banana Splits. I'll let Lindy explain the basis of the lyric.
He's now asked me to explain that. He's asked me to explain why I wrote the lyrics to this song. Well, the first reason was because we needed some up-tempo songs because his songs were so dreary. So I wrote this is a fun song that I wrote just the lyrics for it. I'm not a songwriter, but I wrote the lyrics for it in fun. And because Rob is so clever, he was able to turn it into a great song, as you'll see, which Shane claimed immediately to sing. And the backstory is that it's kind of personal. So if there are any youngsters in the room, they might want to close their ears. But I'm one of those women who, if they've ever, whenever I've had a partner, like as a sexual partner, like if I've had a man, they've always been really vulnerable, shy, naive guys who haven't had sex ever, or who haven't had sex for a long time because they're separated or divorced or grieving over a lost relationship. And after they have sex with me, they disappear because they've got confidence and move on. So I wrote this song called Since I Slept With You, Everybody Wants to Sleep With Me. Because after all, it's a community service.
Got no new clothes, can change my hair. My bed's unmade, I just don't care. No new tattoos, a fancy bling. Don't clean the house, do anything. It's not how I step up to meet them. The smile on my face when I greet them. There's something within I can't see since I slept with you. Everybody wants to sleep with me. Everybody wants to sleep with me. She upped me up like a flower in spring. The bees will buzz, there you are. The birds all sing. They sing a sweet, soft, pretty tune. Verlaine, Debussy, Cleta Loon. So when I step up to greet them, they smile on my face when I meet them. There's something that I can't see since I slept with you, Lindy Morrison. Everybody wants to sleep with me. Yeah, everybody wants to sleep with me. You won't regret. Everybody wants to sleep with me. Everybody wants to sleep with me. Yeah. Here we go, Roberto.
Why, thank you. Now, what's
No,
up?
thank you, Lindy. I feel better now.
Kevin, is the bass okay out front?
It's great.
Okay. So that's Kevin doing sound out there, and and Kevin, tonight it's not going as smoothly as last night, but that's because we're having more fun. Woo. All right, so this story follows on from the other story, and this was my second attempt at writing a song, and the lyric to a song, and I wrote it's a two-word title where the two words are the same,
Good.
Yeah, that's great. But song titles, Monday, Monday, Louie, Louie. Well, he said New York, but he can't count. Anyway, so this song is called Always, Always, and it's another fun song, right? I said, here's another fun song. Let's have another up-tempo, like fabulous upbeat number, and the audience will be happy. You know, they're not going to leave the show sad. Anyway, Rob came up with this number.
Not moving the cushion from your favorite chair, and I've left out all the vinyl on the bench that you put there. I'm not throwing out your jacket, I've just hung it with my browns and the book up on the bed. I picked it up and then I put it down. And I've kept your favorite teaspoon in a place I won't forget, and the dustpan's where you left it, not where it's kept. And I'm keeping all those stupid little soaps from your hotel rooms. I've kept them in a pile beside all those stupid little shampoos. And I know, 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 'cause it's a fact. When my sweetheart leaves, he always, always comes back. He always comes back. books from A to Z. It's best for you that way. And I've left the door unlocked, so you can come back, you can come back, you can come back any day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. And I know, 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 I know. When my sweetheart leaves, he always, always comes back. He always comes back. Always comes back. Always comes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. Always comes Thank you, friends. That's a very, very new song. We're going to take a short break. I've been informed there's only 7 tea towels left, so get in quick. That's it. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. Thank you.